What's going on? It's your boy Baby Paul, aka BPZ, Grammy-nominated producer, formerly the B Miners. Produced records with Black Moon, Smith & Wesson, Helter Skelter, Nas, AZ, Fat Joe, DJ Clue, Kanye West, Consequence. The list goes on. I got a current record out featuring CORY GUNZ. It's called Glitchy. It's doing really well. Shout out to up-and-coming artist out of Queens named Sally Bay that's on the record. I executive produced female rap legend Moni Love's latest EP that's out right now. It's called Love Notes. Man, I'm still here. Of course, AZ, shout to AZ, worked on Do or Die 2. He's out here promoting Do or Die 3 now. Actually, I worked on Do or Die 2, the album that came out just before he did the deal with Master. I produced a record with Rick Ross on the feature. So yeah, you know, I'm still in the building, man, still out here doing that work. Well, one of the most, I call myself a consistent, inconsistent producer, meaning that I never do the same thing twice. I don't believe in lightning striking in the same place twice. You know what I mean? I like to switch it up. I try to be very diverse. My goal is to be a Uber producer, someone that does production for any genre of music, whether it's hip hop, R&B, EDM, Afro flip. I forgot to mention, I actually got what I call an Afro flip record out with an artist from Nigeria named Lade. It just came out and it's doing numbers too. It's called Confidence. So yeah, I try to switch it up, man, and you know that's what keeps me alive. That's what keeps me consistently working. My phone keep ringing, so I'm thankful for that. Actually, that's a good question. I started out DJing, you know what I mean. Shout out to my DJ peers like Dr. Butcher, Coogee Raps DJ, one of my OGs from Queens. You know what I mean. I interned at Power Play Recording Studios in the early '90s. You know what I'm saying, in Long Island City. I was in studio sessions for Rakim when they was doing Let the Rhythm Hit 'Em. I was in studio sessions with Karis One, where he's doing the original Blueprint album. And a lot of those experiences really gave me hands-on knowledge of, one, studio etiquette, know how to be in people's sessions and not being in the way. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes if you don't know the artist or the people that's doing the work, but you in the studio session with the engineer, you got to know how to be in the room and be quiet. You know what I'm saying? And be able to function and support what's needed without being in the way. You know what I mean? So I learned how to do that early, until I aspired to get into music production myself and make a name for myself as part of the B Miners. Shout out to my alma mater, Evil D, Mr. Ward, the B Miners, you know what I'm saying? Black Moon, Smith & Wesson, all that. Boot camp. A producer to me is someone that creates a record from top to bottom. It's not just making the beat, it's putting the song together. You know what I mean? It's doing all of the things, all the nuances, from the artist recording vocals to a songwriter if it needs a songwriter or a hook, to instructing the engineer on how to get the sonics right on the mix of a record. Like being hands-on from the beginning of the inception of the idea to the completion of the record. You know what's so funny? When Suno first came out, shout out to Timbaland, because I saw him promoting it early, right? And my whole thing was, I understand AI technology, especially with ChatGPT and all of its uses. Of course, even AI visuals, you know, being able to create content. But like when it came to the music, I was a little hesitant. I was like, that takes away from people like me, you know what I'm saying, and my fellow producers. If people are actually able to make music using prompts. But what I realized is, if you don't know what you're doing, you're not gonna make a hot beat using AI, bro. I'm telling you, you still have to have an ear, you still have to have insight, you have to understand the sonics and the sounds of how to arrange a record to make it make sense. Because I've seen people try to do AI music and it still sounds really artificial. It don't sound authentic. It don't have soul, you know what I'm saying? So for me, if you're using AI technology, whether it's Suno or some of these other platforms that's coming out, you still gotta have an ear, you still have to have an understanding of music composition and arranging, from the verse to the chorus, structure to the bridge. And you also have to have an ear for sounds, drum sounds, instrumentation, pianos, chord progressions. You know what I mean? Like, technology gives those opportunities to be able to exercise the advancements in technology, but you still got to know how to make a record. Seriously. I'll start with the producers that came before me. Rest in peace, Larry Smith, Queens legend. I grew up listening to Run DMC. I grew up listening to Houdini. Shout out to Rick Rubin, you know what I'm saying? Was producing the LL, Beastie Boys. But then as I came in the game, shout out to my peers, you know, DITC, Diamond D, Lord Finesse, Buck Wild, you know what I'm saying? Of course, my family, my alma mater, the B Miners. As far as the dudes that came in the game before me, Just Blaze, Kanye, Alchemist, you know what I'm saying? So a lot of dudes came in the game and they took it further even after me. And of course, I gotta shout out my West Coast producers, Dr. Dre, DJ Quick, Battle Cat, all dope producers. Wow, that's a very good question.
Loyalty or respect?
Trust, loyalty, or respect.
What do you mean that?
I would say loyalty. Because if you got loyalty, you'll get the respect. You know, trust is earned. You can't give it. So I wouldn't choose that first. I'd definitely say loyalty.
Absolutely.
Because in this business, yo, we're in a business that I consider to be conditional. People treat you as good as your last record. So if people are loyal, no matter if you're hot right now or you haven't put out a record in a while, but they know you're good at what you do and they're loyal to what you bring to the table, you're gonna always get opportunities. You know what I'm saying? So I think I lean on the loyalty. Definitely, I wanna first of all, follow me online. I'm gonna do my shameless plugs. BPZ Official at Instagram, and my website is bpzmusic.com. But shout out to artists I've been working with: Lade, Nigerian artist out of Canada. Single Confidence out now. Salibe featuring CORY GUNZ. Shout out to DigiWax because they already been circulating that record right now. It's called Glitchy because a lot of these niggas out here is too glitchy, man. You know what I'm saying? And of course, shout out to my legacy artists like Moni Love, AZ, shout out to Nas, you know what I mean? It's been an honor to be a part of their careers. I got my first Grammy nomination producing Nas and AZ, The Essence. I don't know if you remember that record. Classic, you know what I'm saying? But definitely, I'm here, continuing, doing what I do, man. It's a blessing. What's going on? It's your boy Baby Paul, aka BPZ. Take your pick. I'm one of the same. You're not watching Posse TV. We in the building. Peace.